Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's, let's see, Monday, the 9th of December. These are the charts of the day. It wasn't a good day on Wall Street, but it's certainly a good day for a lot of stocks we follow. And that's the key. In trading, it's about being in the right positions and stock picking. Technically, AI, which broke out here and we put a swing on, has done phenomenal. Just in the last couple of weeks, it's gone from 25 to 49, nearly doubling. You can see the 1, 2, and coil 3. Although it did pull way back off that high today, but going from 49.5 to 44-ish, up 338 still. It might have been a kind of a semi-blow-off day. It might need to do some consolidating. It might start to look like this and like that, meaning it could be the beginning of a bigger move that shows a 1, 2, 3. If we get wave 4, the fifth wave could take me to 60 on this one. ALTS coming out of a base pattern, significant breakout today. The volume is not big. This is a thin stock, traded less than 300,000, but a clean breakout out of a base will often lead to higher levels. Right now, my target would be about, let's call it 4 3/4, 5.5. ASAN, ASAN, Asana, breakaway gap yesterday, exploded today. That's on Friday. Exploded today. It jumped another 246 or 11%. Now it's reached the target of 25. So we may need to back and fill in here. Certainly resistance up in the zone. Your next target might be 29.30. ATAT, after moving in August from a low of around 15.5 all the way into the 29.5 range, it then spent almost 2 months consolidating in a flag type pattern. Today it popped 321 to 12%. Volume was 4.4 million, which is the biggest volume we've seen in a couple months. I'm now looking for the stock to make an additional upside, but be careful. There is key resistance here. A new all-time high would have to be taken out. Maybe for the stock to advance, it looks like it could. Upgraded by Goldman Sachs today. Atomera swing is doing great after coming out of the declining top line and forming a beautiful little pennant coil pattern. It broke out right there at about 3.5. We put a swing on it. It subsequently doubled to 780. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Today was wave 5 beginning, it appears. Target 9.5 3/4. CELH, I'm going to be taking a close look at this one because it was a spectacular mover for a couple of 3-4 years as it went from literally 1 to 100 and change. So the big drop here, always a chance for the stock to turn around. V-bottom, platform, maybe a breakout if there's a follow-through. I'm going to need this stock to make a move above 32 with energy to get going. Then your target's near 36. CRNC swing popped out of a base of beauty, wedged, popped, and it's extending. You're looking really good here for a move to 11 3/4, 12, and then 14. CRNT, also a tech trader swing coming out of a base, is exploding in a 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wave underway today. Might see 6. Fastly, also coming out of a base, kind of an inverse head and shoulders, a rounding bottom, whatever, breakaway gap, wedge, and run. Extension target for me now, 14. GRRR, also a tech trader swing, coming out of a base, exploded, pulled back, retested, and popped today. Up $1.37, 21%, 7.2 million. My target, 9.5. GXAI, AI stocks, artificial intelligence stocks really coming on strong again. This stock, as you can see, was way off, but Friday, explosive gap, breakaway gap on volume of 145 million was followed up with today's pop. It got it all the way up to 555, although it did settle back to 415, a major pullback. Nevertheless, 119 million shares traded today, and the stock was up 60% despite the pullback. My next target is around 7 3/4, but we may need to consolidate in this zone. MGX, explosive type move on 66 million shares. From 201 to 447, backed off a little to 423, but finished up 238 or 129% on, as I said, a mere 65 million shares. Usually that kind of a thrust will have a follow through. I'm looking for 5.5. MXCT, MaxCite, large basing type pattern, and then a falling channel, but today spiked out of it. I traded around 1 million shares, up 66 cents, 18%, jumped from 3.5 to 435, finished a few cents off the high, looking for a follow through to 5, 5.25. NNOX, after yesterday's pop, today's beautiful follow through, took it from yesterday's low of 6.45 to today's high of almost 9.5, and at my target. At this point, if it does get through here, I would look for the possibility of this stock making a run at 10, 11. So Navitas. It's been up 7 days in a row and 10 out of 12. That's gone from 180 to 466, finishing 450, up 73 cents, 19% today. Mine was a solid 20 million shares. We haven't seen that stock ever trade that. There is some resistance up here, however. If there is a follow through, it might test the five range, but follow through that 6. NWL coming out of a base as well, and a nice wedge and a spike up. Looks awfully good. Today jumped another $1.20, 11.6%, 14 million shares to target's 13. The real coming out across key resistance today and through the top of the channel. Take a look at this. Is accelerating here. Looking for $11 in the next day or two. Rivn broke through a base pattern today and spiked up $1.56 at 12%. 80 million shares traded, huge volume. Next target, I got to go with 15.5 and 17. SATL has gone ballistic, literally from 1 to nearly 7 in 2.5 weeks, way ahead of itself. And not resistance, but boy, I got to tell you, pretty powerful momentum. Nevertheless, today's volume of 11,400,000 is huge for that stock, probably blow off time. TWI coming out of a declining top line, out of a basing formation, a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders, but whatever you want to call it. There's the breakout. There's the spike to the first key resistance level, even slightly through it. Next target's going to have to be up here at 10 3/4. XPEV popped out as well through a little mini base pattern, jumping 170 or 13% on 23.7 million. I'm now thinking that after a 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to make a run at 17 again. And that's it for today. A good look at 21 stocks that I think have real swing and day trade potential going forward. Keep an eye on these for the next few days. Good night, everybody.